Okay, folks. Hello. This is Gabriel. It's Rosh Chodesh Elul, the first night of Elul. And here we are, the first night of 41 days of a screen challenge where I will be sharing excerpts from this book, Inner Work, the writings of Mordechai, Rav Avram Mordechai Gottlieb, and also some teachings from Being Attention and The Next Attention by Fran Shaw. And I'll start with the introduction to this book because I think it's a little important for context. This book contains translated excerpts from the spiritual writings of Rabbi Avraham Mordechai Gottlieb. This is a rabbi actually who I met and I studied with. He lives in Telstone and just outside Jerusalem. Rabbi Avram Mordechai Gottlieb is the spiritual disciple of Rabbi Baruch Shalom Halevi Ashlag Zatzal, who is a spiritual disciple and son of the Baal HaSulam, Rabbi Yehuda Leib Halevi Ashlag Zatzal. Zecher Tzadik Levracha. At a festive meal on an anniversary of the Baal HaSulam's passing, Rabbi Gottlieb said, "The spiritual wisdom left to us by the Baal HaSulam and Rabbi Baruch Shalom is beyond what we are able to truly appreciate. It is a treasure more valuable than anything in the world. The Baal HaSulam revealed spiritual concepts that transcend anything that has been revealed until now. Rabbi Baruch Shalom added to and deeply explained these revelations to such an extent that now anyone is able to learn from these holy books the system of spiritual levels and how they relate to our inner spiritual work. It is a blessing from God to be brought close to this great light." End quote. The excerpts translated in this book are taken from Rabbi Gottlieb's holy books and commentaries written in Hebrew and published by Or Baruch Shalom. The names and page numbers refer to these books. It is important to keep in mind that these excerpts are translated here without any context within which they were written. Many of these passages discuss only one aspect of concepts that are much larger and more complex. I once heard Rabbi Gottlieb give an extremely beautiful discourse on the complete perfection of reality. Soon afterwards, the Rebbe gave over a deep teaching about feeling our brokenness. The two teachings were in complete contradiction. I couldn't help but ask about it. The Rebbe answered simply, "That was speaking from Kav Yamin. This is speaking from Kav Small. Kav Yamin, the right consciousness, is a state of mind focusing on the good. Kav Small, left consciousness, is a state of mind focusing on what needs to be fixed. Most of the time, our inner work is to focus on Kav Yamin. Sometimes the work is to focus on Kav Small. The Kabbalah discusses in great detail the work of attaining Kav Emtsa'i, the middle way, that balances and integrates these two opposite states of consciousness. Some of the excerpts in this book are speaking in relation to Kav Yamin, and some are speaking from the perspective of Kav Small, and others are about Kav Emtsa'i. Although there is a lot to be gained from even a simple reading of these passages, the inner spiritual wisdom they contain is revealed through deeply contemplating them. When referring to the Rebbe, Rabbi Gottlieb is referring to his spiritual teacher, Rabbi Baruch Shalom Halevi Ashlag Zatzal. The translator asks forgiveness for mistakes in translation. My friend Avram Lowenthal, again, who painted that, and many other paintings in my office. Incredible Kabbalistic artist. You should check him out. Avraham Lowenthal in Tzfat, Israel. So just to say a bit more about Kav Yamin and Kav Small. Apologies for that. So Kav Yamin is the right line, or the right way, and it's the path of perfection. It's the path that in which we recognize and understand that everything actually already is perfect. Reality is complete and whole as it is. We are all united with the divine. There is nothing to do. There's nowhere to go. We are already it. This is the line that I would most connect with the awakening path, the path of awakening. More so, the path of non-dual awakening, understanding the reality in which we are already the divine. That is our true nature, that is our true identity, and everything else is an illusion, everything else is in the way of recognizing that and being that. And that is not a state of consciousness that you can attain through the mind. It is a state of consciousness that is only attained through being. You can't speak about it, or you can't head trip about it. I mean, you can head trip about it, but it's not the state of the actual state of attainment. Is only through a state of being. So Kav Yamin is this line that he says most of our work we're meant to focus on Kav Yamin, which is the perfection of reality, the oneness of all of existence that is constantly shining down upon us, that is shining through us, that is us. And Kav Small, the left line, is the path of brokenness. It's the path where we recognize the incompleteness of our reality. We recognize the brokenness in creation, and we work to do healing upon it. That is tikkun nefesh, the tikkun of the soul. That is the left line of consciousness, the left line, Kav Small. And that is the path of healing. And that's the path of recognizing that we each have our own traumas, and our traumas extend back in time through our lineage, through our ancestors, all the way back to the mystical or mythical, metaphorical creatures of Adam and Eve, Adam Chava. And so all the way back through time, there's a brokenness that follows, that is embedded within each of us and each generation and each human being, passed on from generation to generation, that we are also here to heal, we are here to make tikkun upon. So Kav Yamin and Kav Small and Kav Emtsai, the middle line is our dance between the two. It's our way of recognizing that both of these are crucial elements of reality, and that we're here to, just like we have one side, a right side and a left side of the body, and we have a spine in the center, that we're here to dance our way through reality from the right line to the left line, to the right line to the left line, acknowledging and honoring both. A lot of why I created this channel is because in more contemporary and more, not contemporary, but the more well-known mainstream non-dual lineages only teach the line of Kav Yamin. They only teach the right line, the line of you are already God, you are already awake. Let go of all the ideas of illusion that separate you. Let go of all the ideas of self and identity that separate you from this cosmic consciousness that you already are. And this non-dual, this sort of traditional, that was the word I was looking for, traditional non-dual theology or philosophy, it says the ego is in the way. The ego, the sense of I, is all an illusion, and it's all in the way of realization. And what I've come to understand through years and years of my own practice, is that is missing a vital piece of the puzzle for being human and living in the planet, being a human being, which is recognizing that there's also Kaf Small, there's the left side, the left line, which is the line of our own identities and the brokenness in which we exist, and which we've inherited, and which we're here, in fact, to heal. So what a perfect sort of introduction to Heal and Awaken, to this channel, and to the importance of acknowledging both of these lines and to dedicating ourselves to both of these lines of consciousness and of transformation. So we'll conclude there with the introduction for tonight. I'll be back tomorrow night with more from this incredible work. Good luck. Please share comments. I hope that others are joining on this screen challenge. Share what your screen challenge is if you wish. And I'll see you tomorrow night.